welcome to the Lost and Faded podcast, where we get faded and lost into our movie outcome for the week. This week, Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Woo! Slay!
Megan and Colleen.
Howdy.
Hey, how y'all doing?
How y'all doing? Nice to see ya.
It's a little Halloween type episode.
Ooh.
Come out a little bit before Halloween, but still.
Halloween Eve.
It's the season.
Alright, so you want to say the synopsis?
In this cult classic, sweethearts Brad and Janet, stuck with a flat tire during the storm, discover the eerie mansion of Dr. Frankenfurter, a transvestite scientist. As their innocence is lost, Brad and Janet meet a household of wild characters, including a rockin' biker, a creepy butler. Through elaborate dances and rock songs, Frankenfurter unveils his latest creation, a muscular man named Rocky.
Rocky.
Horror picture show.
I don't like Rocky, but still.
He's important to the movie.
Yeah.
He's the whole reason behind
Yeah, he is the whole reason for the night.
Loki.
It's a big night for him.
Yeah.
It was his birthday.
Yeah.
It was his birthday.
His due day.
Due date. He's pregnant.
And no, he was born that day.
Yeah, born like that.
He was born this way.
Okay, Gaga. Anyways, we start the movie with science fiction double feature. Excellent song.
Incredible.
I'm gonna say that about every song though.
Yeah. They all are really good.
But it's just the lips on screen singing, and then the credits. Eats.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And then it opens with a wedding scene. Brad and Janet are attending a friend's wedding.
Yeah.
Which girl, took me too long to figure out that Frankenfurter and Riff Raff and Magenta were at the back the whole time as the priests and the house, your groundskeepers.
No, they were looking like the American Gothic painting.
Yeah.
Which obviously paid homage to, but... And then what the fuck was Columbia? Or, what was she in there? Just a little extra. She was in that, final scene.
Well, it looked like they were getting it ready for a funeral.
Yes.
Which is foreshadowing.
But yeah. And then, after the wedding, Brad and Janet get engaged. She proposes.
Yeah.
In a
It's a
cemetery
nice song.
just
It's a
about
really
this,
good
too.
song.
But yeah. Damn it, Janet.
A little Bob.
I love you.
He randomly has chalk in his pocket and then writes on the door, little heart. Jinx.
See, they're a cute couple to begin with. But as it goes. Oof.
Some deep internal issues that never got addressed.
So, yeah, a lot's going on there.
But their bond was stronger leaving that movie.
Yeah.
Was it?
Probably.
I mean, try to explain that to anybody.
Oh.
That's
That whole.
So then they're driving after they propose in a storm.
Because they're going to meet Dr. Scott to tell him the news.
that they're engaged.
Which, it's a weird, that relationship.
He was their high school science teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're friends with him. I mean, it's this older man.
But it almost kind of sounded like Brad worked with him in a way. They had, unless it was just the same level of education where they could bounce with it.
Maybe.
They was pals.
I think so.
They come up.
What?
They come up to a dead end.
Oh yeah, they call it to the dead end. They're like, great, gotta turn around. But they saw a few bikers coming through from the...
Yeah. And then they're like, where did they come from? And as they were turning around, they were like, oh, where'd they come from? Probably they probably turned around also. But
Surprise.
They're not smart. Let's just say that. They're not that smart.
that's the whole plot.
Yeah.
A few not smart people.
Yeah, the real stereotype couple of that time.
Yeah.
Quirky white people.
Yeah.
What's up, white couple?
Yeah, bring it back. And so there, the tire is flat. It's a spare tire. And they're like, Now we gotta walk to this castle we passed by in the rain.
Miles, too, is what they were describing. Like, it could have at least been more than 2, but walking in the rain,
That's wild. Why didn't you just wait the storm out?
deadass, slept in the car.
Because then we want to have a movie.
Yeah, I mean, you're right.
Oh, wait, logic. I forgot.
Sorry, yeah. So then, also ignoring logic, there was a, what did the sign say when they were going into?
Enter at your own risk.
I'm like, as soon as you see that sign, you should be like, anything can happen.
I'd be like, what does that mean? That's a little
As
ominous.
soon as you walked in.
Yeah. And it was in November, so it was like after Halloween. So
Girl.
little sketchy. But they walk up to the they're singing a song. Janet has her little newspaper over her head that's soaked, and Brad is just soaked because it's still raining.
What is all fuck?
And then Riff Raff answers the door to them.
This ugly ass dude from Shrek.
That's crazy.
He's not wrong.
No,
I'm sorry, I was just being a little honest right there.
he answers the door and goes, hello.
But like, he looks worse than the whole.
I was literally just going to say, why is he the least attractive male in that? Because even Eddie,
Yeah.
in his own way, even the little extra men, even the little old man that was dancing along with all the other onlookers, the guests.
Yeah.
Which, yeah.
So then they're walking. Riff Raff is walking them in, and we see his sister.
Magenta.
Yeah. And they start singing a song.
And you hear a crowd, a party happening
Yeah.
in the background.
They only start singing the Time Warp.
The Time Warp. Their favorite song, by the way.
Best.
Favorite song and dance.
Arguably.
It's probably their like national anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your face on sensation, like you're under sedation. Let's do the time warp again. Let's do the time warp again.
Transsexual, Transylvania.
All right.
But yeah, they do the Time Warp. Brad and Janet are like, whoa, this is a little scary. I don't want to be here anymore.
No.
Yeah, they're like freaking out.
And then Brad is kind of trying to keep it cool. He's like, we'll just ask if they have a phone still.
Oh, well, backing up.
He's like, just follow as they do. We're chilling for a little bit.
And then Frankenfurter is coming down in the elevator with his heels and the
Cute
cape.
little outfit.
And then Sweet Transvestite, amazing song yet again.
Really good entrance.
And yes, iconic. And Janet's freaking out, tweaking. She keeps fainting. She's like, Brad, I'm scared. She said, Brad, come.
Like, too much for me.
Literally.
And then, like, later as the movie progresses, you just see her in the background, like, getting into the songs and stuff. Like, okay.
Literally.
Good vibe.
So yeah, we have Frankenfurter introduced, and then
They go up to the lab.
yeah,
They get
Yep.
to the lab.
Sent up on the elevator.
Riff Raff takes a little sip of the alcohol and throws the bottle, and then has a cup for Frankenfurter.
I still don't get their relationship, especially what things happen later.
Who's
Riff
Raff.
Yeah.
Frankenfurter?
It's just Frankenfurter.
Frank.
Yeah.
I was just thinking of Frank Reynolds.
I was thinking of Frank from Shameless.
Frank Gallagher.
Let's stop with the Franks.
Well, to be frank.
To be frank.
Anyways, they go up to the lab. They find out Frankenfurter's been making a man
Oh, yeah.
and has his little like Frankenstein creation. And so he's born essentially
Rocky.
Rocky of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And
Jack.
Yeah.
Well, he's not too jacked, but he's like a good jacked for that era.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Musculate.
he
He's not like an Arnold. I'm sorry.
Friends involved.
if we're getting technical here,
Let's get into this.
Mass for the lean on the. I have no idea, but
so do that count as macros? But anyways, Eddie comes crashing out from the
Before that,
what?
when Rocky's born,
Yeah.
they just Rocky runs around and Frank's falls.
for a whole time.
He's like, Rocky.
He's like, it's like when your dog is running away and like knows it's not supposed to be running away from
There's
you.
something in its mouth and it's trying to like you're
And
trying
you're
to
like,
grab
what is
it.
that?
Yeah.
It's like that was essentially Rocky and Frankenfurter's little chase scene.
I like that song. That was a good one. I like them all.
Yeah.
It's a good musical. But yeah, Eddie comes crashing through the freezer. We find out later in the musical that they took half of Eddie's brain to make Rocky. So they're both not the brightest anymore.
No. Rocky only knows the lyrics to the songs. He doesn't talk. No words. No words.
Runs around.
Not verbal.
Like,
Yeah.
yelling
said-
and shit.
I won't say it.
In the background, like. Well, literally.
Yeah. And then Frankenfurter brutally kills Eddie
Yeah.
With an ice pick.
He just breaks through the door.
on his
Or like
motorcycle.
wall, and he's singing. Oh, it's a good song.
Riding around his motorcycle too in this little lab.
With a saxophone with no reed or ligature. If you,
What was his plan? Well, he didn't have half his brain.
yeah.
He didn't.
He just wanted to see Columbia, I think.
Yeah.
Be like, hey.
Because they were together
And they were roommates.
and we were roommates. And then Frankenfurter murdered him.
With an earthquake.
So Eddie's dead. He's fucking pissed. And he's just like, "Oh, whatever, carry on to
He's
my
like,
musical.
Can you take my bloody gloves off, man? Oh yeah, he walks out of there with the bloody ice pick, blood all over him. He goes, one from the vaults. And all of them laugh.
All the little, like...
The Transylvanians.
Yeah, oh, is that who they were?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought they were just like a crowd that
I
like,
was wondering where they went for half the rest of the movie too. It was just,
Probably back home.
yeah, they were just
listen,
like,
we're gonna go beam back up. Sorry. Thanks for the party,
Beam
guys.
me up, Scotty. Dr. Scott.
they seen enough. Oh,
They said, who are these quirky white humans?
What are these things?
yeah, and Janet and
Why do they smell like cucumber sandwiches?
And
that's
mayonnaise.
crazy. That's a wild sandwich. No,
Tell me a more white sandwich, Byron.
There's probably
like
like Jello
cream
on there
cheese.
too in the 70s.
like maybe like a ham and mayo sandwich. That's a white sandwich.
That sounds gross. That sounds so plain.
I look like just a cheese sandwich, Loki, that is very white. Just a crusty little two pieces of white bread.
They're like, no,
That's Janet and Brad.
and they're just fumbling around. They don't know what's happening.
And then I feel like Frankenfurter's pastrami.
Ooh.
Something they've never seen
Period.
before.
A
No.
little different.
Like, what's this flavor? It's spices.
Anyway, Frank and Rocky go into their little bridal suite
Yeah.
and do it. And then Frankenfurter gets bored, so he goes and
We can't be too.
I'm gonna be so graphic. I'm literally gonna describe in detail what
He said PG.
he said.
Oh, you two, please don't punish me.
You said Dottie, bleep this.
It's just a long.
And I'm just like
Driving it.
Anyways, Frankenfurter comes in a little Brad cosplay
Janet's room,
to Janet's room.
which they separated Janet and Brad too. Separate.
That's all he can do.
Exactly.
It's all his ploy.
Little freak.
Hey,
Loki though.
hey. You know, R.I.P. Frankenfurter, you would have loved Tinashe.
She said,
But it was a stick.
All right. So Frankenfurter has fun with Janet.
Janet
And then
Has fun,
immediately goes to Brad's room.
but not home base. That's just what is
she's like
important.
third.
Yeah.
Not home run.
we don't have to.
It's important.
Well, not, isn't it?
Yeah, because later, Janet doesn't go to home base.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The song
Yeah.
So
about the fucking bases.
then Frankenfurter goes and sucks Brad off.
God damn it.
Bleep that, Donnie. Bleep that. It's fine. They'll know what I mean.
All while that's happening too, Janet's running around hysterically. I think
Yeah.
she was 100% like putting on the theatrics. She was
Oh,
like,
she definitely was.
I gotta work
said-
myself up.
Really? Where are you?
Well, they go for like one versus dramatic the whole.
Oh yeah,
Well, yeah, but the scene was like over the top. She
Yes,
was like,
it was.
literally
if only we were
running
amongst
around,
friends
literally the
or
mansion.
same person. Oh, Brad, what have they done to you? That's literally.
All while makes her way up to the lab where. Oh wait, we forgot the part where they fucking released Rocky.
Well, Rocky broke free
Yeah,
because
Rocky broke.
not Frankenfurter.
Riff Raff scared him with the fucking.
He didn't scare him. He was dumping candle wax at her.
It was sucked up.
Then Rocky broke out, ran around.
They sent the dogs for him.
Yeah,
Do you think he was jealous?
I think
He said, "I'm the only blonde around here."
Basically.
he said, "I'm the only blood around here."
The little thing so
He was holding that look in.
Yeah.
said. But yeah, Rocky is just running around the premises of the castle and then goes back to his little like tank that he was born from
In the lab.
in the lab, his little gay rainbow tank.
His gay rainbow tank.
And
He was born this way.
Janet's in there being all dramatic, and then she hears him like crying.
Whimper.
Whimper.
Literally, though.
And she's like, "Oh my god, what are they doing to you?"
Yeah, I was so done with her at this point.
Oh, she's like, "Let me dress your wound." She's wearing a little slip skirt, so she rips that. She said, "I'm just gonna slap this on his hand. That's good enough." Later, you see that she tied something around his arm, so she did something, I guess. But then they go to
Go to town.
Yo!
And he's
Rocky
he's not
fucks
even a
Janet.
day old.
And then, Touch Me, that song. Oh my god.
That's a good song.
That one eats. And then
Because
Columbia and fucking Magenta are just watching the whole time, too. Because there's cameras all throughout the castle, also.
they said, "Very Big Brother,
Yep.
welcome to the Big Brother
They were
house."
enjoying that too.
Yep.
Literally, they said the live feeds.
She immediately forgot about Brad. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But also, Brad didn't care about her.
No.
no.
Because then she saw video too that Brad and Frankenfurter had just finished up what they were doing, and she was like, "Oh my god, he cheated on me!"
Yeah,
So I'm
he was
gonna
smoking a cigarette.
literally at the edge of the bed, like,
He's like, "Yeah, I did that." Said, "Yeah, I just got wanked off."
"White wolf." Hey, that's not most
PG.
Yeah.
I didn't face.
You wanker, you know?
Whatever. Yeah, right now. All right. So I think they all come together in that room again, right?
In the lobby, yes.
Because no, not yet.
Not yet.
They were on their way up, but then when they were in Brad's room, Riff Raff was like, hey, or maybe it wasn't in Brad's room, but it was when they, at some point.
Oh yeah, Rick
Dr.
Raff got
Scott.
on the phone.
Yeah,
I
Dr.
thought that's when they
Scott.
were already up there.
Maybe it was.
Wait, Riff Raff gets on this TV.
Master.
It's the worst FaceTime.
It's like if your grandpa was like FaceTiming.
It's like how I FaceTime, for real. I'm not gonna lie. Anyways. Oh, yeah, it was when they were all up there, though, because
they come up.
Frankenfurter was beating Riff Raff because he let Rocky get out.
Yeah, he was beating him like real bad.
It was fucked up.
And then over who was it? Magenta that said that there was somebody coming in? Or one of them?
It's not that important.
Regardless. And then Dr. Scott shows up. And then Brad's like, oh my God, I know this guy.
And then Frankenfurter's like, of course you do, because he's part of the FBI and is into UFOs.
I was like,
And then Brad's like, what?
And Brad's like, maybe, I don't know.
I think at
Brad's
some
stupid.
point in the earlier too, someone said something about dimming from another planet or something like that. Someone slipped and said
Oh,
something
it was
like that.
during that part, actually, like that exact scene when
Riff Raff is humans.
yeah, he was like, you know, this Earth thing.
Oh yeah, that's nice.
And
He was over it.
Yeah.
he was. He said, I'm not keeping up this facade for much longer,
He's
dude.
like, this night has been a mess. What are you doing?
I just want to do the time warp again.
Go back to the motherland. Like,
I literally don't know what we're doing here still, babes.
and I don't know what we're doing here, Dr. Frankenfurter.
Just like that.
Actually, verbatim.
And so Dr. Scott he was in this weird room for a minute. I forgot.
There's that room where he picked up a little joint, a little roach.
He was chilling in there. I was like, how you used to walk?
He goes, ah. It's like my new do the roar.
And all right.
And then they pull him with this magnetic force.
In his wheelchair.
Up
He's
the stairs.
human.
It was crazy going through all the
That's
fucking rooms.
kidnapping.
Literally.
Well, I mean, he was already in the castle.
Sure, I guess. So.
Which,
He did
like,
great.
how he got in was
He just walked in.
for real.
He wheeled in.
I was like, ableist.
All right.
He's not cured yet. Wait a few songs. Anyways, Dr. Scott goes up to the one room, the lab, and then they hear
He crashed through the wall.
a tile wall. It was crazy. And then he goes, again, probably. I don't remember, but
He goes, Frankenfurter.
and then they hear Janet and Rocky bow chicka wow wow. And then they have this whole sequence where they go, Janet, and then they go, Dr. Scott, and then they go, Janet, Brad, Rocky,
Janet.
Dr. Scott.
Brad.
Rocky.
Janet.
Dr. Scott.
And then Rocky goes,
Guys, you didn't do it right.
No, we didn't do it.
I forgot.
I should have just left it.
If you want something done right, do it yourself.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
All right.
No, I'm kidding.
Goofy guy, glass.
It's on record.
So that happens. Brad finds out Janet cheated on him, at least with Rocky,
Yeah.
and wasn't very happy. And then,
He still cares about her though. That's it.
yeah, somehow.
She doesn't care about him though anymore.
No.
Yeah, no. So
That ship is
Frankenfurter is like, all right, guys, let's go eat dinner. which it's like the middle of the night. They were all sleeping and shit. And now they're just up because Rocky got out.
It's a night out with the pals. It's okay. You eat a little.
Grueling.
He said a little bit snack.
A little gruel.
Yeah.
Gabagool?
No, I said gruel.
Gruel.
I don't even know what's happening. All right.
Oh.
So they're all eating. And then they're eating, what's his name?
Eddie.
Eddie.
Insane.
Which Rocky is going to town.
Didn't give a fuck. Also had no idea what was going on.
He said, "What is pork?"
He said, I taste kind of good.
The dad's like, fuck.
No, it was his uncle.
Oh, it's his uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Plot
Oh, yeah,
twist.
it was his uncle. Sorry.
Dr. Scott was there for Eddie, or to find something out about Eddie because Eddie is his nephew. And then they sang a song about how Eddie was a bad man.
That's a fucked up song, this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
What a guy
Give me the
makes you
statement.
cry. And I did.
Least favorite song.
No, it's so good.
Least favorite song.
it's very decent.
He said,
I did.
When it started ramping up and he was doing a little, like,
From the day she was born. Or he, I guess. It was
basically, Eddie's just a little fucking shithead, but he was like, you know,
he was a delinquent.
yeah, I gotta help him.
But yeah.
And I
that was
did.
Frank, because what's her name was eating, too.
Your Columbia
Yeah, Columbia is
eat her own boyfriend.
In here.
that's cannibalism.
It is. And he was just like,
Well, okay.
it's kind of good.
Side note, was he an earthling?
Who?
Eddie.
Yeah. Because that's his nephew.
So is that cannibalism?
No.
Okay.
Well, it is for a few of them.
For Janet and Brad, yeah.
Is Columbia considered?
No, she was from Transylvania, I think.
Yeah. And she
Maybe.
just
Or she was just a groupie. I don't know. But
I think she was a groupie.
she was probably. I feel bad for her. Anyways.
Frank.
Frankenfurter just like takes the tablecloth off and then you just see Eddie's swollen body.
just like completely cut open.
Looked
And,
like a
his
bad
organs are out.
bad Halloween decoration.
Yeah, honestly, the hand was what really was like. Oof. It was.
The face.
Fucked up.
It looks like some kid's clay art project. But
This is just a quick little. Okay.
they were all like, oh my god.
He just.
Oh, yeah, they were kind of like that.
They were like, oh my god,
He just ate this guy.
that's crazy.
What?
Who is that? Oh my god. So yeah, so then, oh, Janet runs to Rocky.
Yeah, Janet runs up to Rocky.
And then Frankenfurter does not like that
So Frankenfurter goes after her.
and sings Planet Schmanet Janet.
A
Banger.
A bop.
And then
Ooh,
they
that
all
voice.
like go upstairs back up to the lab, common meeting place, and
I remember the
Not
beginning.
out of the house.
So, like,
Not
what?
out of the house.
no,
To the
no.
lab.
Well, Frankenfurter was chasing her, to be fair. Upstairs.
A big girl, try running through grass in them 6-inch fucking platforms.
She literally had a little kitten heel, and
No.
he had the
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
It was
Janet could have got away in the grass.
And this like platform, like huge heels, and then Janet is in a little kitten heel, where like you can run faster than that.
Oh, okay.
But they go back up to the lab.
I know the science of all that.
Yeah.
Thank you for teaching.
Dude,
A kitten heels a little baby heel.
ate that shit. And it was like a closed-toed, like all covered heel.
If you're a theater kid, it looked like a character shoe.
Really, though.
It did.
And then Frankenfurter had these cunty little fucking back platform glittery
Rhinestone.
Oh, heels.
So they're going up.
Beelining it, running fast as fuck behind her, too, throughout this entire montage.
It's like,
And she's just like,
oh. So they're up in the lab. They're all in the same like little area, and Frankenfurter glues them essentially to the spot. And
Oh, yeah, with some, like, alien technology.
yeah, and Dr. Scott is like, we've been trying to do this ourselves, but blah,
Yeah, whatever.
Idiot.
und,
Yeah, oh, I think.
She's a
und,
But yeah, so they're all stuck there. They're freaking out, and
they're all bitching Frankenfurter out one by one. So first it
called him a hot dog.
they keep on like that.
and they're both defending Janet still.
Yeah, I don't know why Brad's still like Janet.
Yeah.
He said, "You're a hot dog, but you better not try and hurt her, Frankfurter." And then they Medusa him.
They all sort of stout.
And then they do Dr. Scott, and then Janet, and then
They do.
Columbia.
Yeah.
Columbia, yeah, she starts yelling at him. So then he's just like, ugh, her too. And then Rocky's up at the top of the ramp, just pretending to be a statue.
Yep. And they're like, fuck it.
And
That
then
was the only smart thing he did. This
literally said half that brain is working. Good job. But yeah,
I'm ready for this.
they are all basically turned to stone except for Frankenfurter, Riff Raff, and Magenta. And
Frankenfurter sets them all up.
well, Frankenfurter at first says smiling makes his face ache. But yeah, then they go to he goes, set them up for the floor show. But Magenta and Riff Raff are like, we want to go back to transsexual Transylvania. So yeah, so they have the floor show, and then it's Roast in My World, which is my favoriteest song.
I also like singing. Damn.
Yeah. It's so good. And then Frankenfurter comes out, does his whole bit. So cunty. Amazing.
The whole production, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially towards the end. Ooh,
Yeah.
It was like it's like a ramp up of the production.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A big show type shit.
So yeah, so they all have that whole song. It's like an 8-minute song. And freaking Riff Raff and Magenta come in with a little ray gun.
They're on their little alien suits.
Yeah, this is the outfit change that Byron was talking about. Not Frankenfurter. Riff Raff has a little pigtail.
He put it forward instead of backwards.
Looks like a little baby pigtail.
It's like, boop.
He was waiting to show that off.
He said, ooh,
Where'd
I
they go?
had this in my back pocket the whole time.
Bump it with no hair.
Was gone too, I think.
Huh?
Was his hump gone too?
Maybe.
He might have straightened out a little bit, but I don't think it was.
I don't know.
He said, I got good posture now.
He said that was all fake.
He said, he thought I couldn't do the time warp all like that, but I can. So basically Riff Raff and Magenta come in and they're like, Frankenfurter, we're gonna kill you.
They were like,
And he was like, no, please don't. Let me sing you a song first. And they were like, okay. So then sings I'm Going Home.
oh,
And it's this really good fantasy of
wow.
him singing in front of a crowd. Oh, God.
It's like a Broadway ass premiere. They're all dressed to the nines.
He's denying autographs, like, yeah,
Just soaking up the chairs, the standing ovation.
me. But there's nobody there for real.
Yeah, Rip Rap doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, so Riff Raff kills Columbia first because she screamed.
Yep.
She just stayed silent. She wasn't on fire.
Yep.
And then
Ran out.
Yeah.
literally. And then he kills Frankenfurter. And then Rocky is like, no, very like King Kong. Like picks him up, is climbing up this like little radio tower thing.
And then, he's shooting him too, like a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Multiple
This little
times.
ray
It's an
gun.
antimatter ray gun.
The doctor like, it's laser gun.
Like,
A pure antimatter.
all I need.
So eventually Rocky dies.
Yeah.
Him and Frankenfurter fall in the pool. There was a pool, by the way.
R.I.P. Part of the whole production, like that whole little. Oof.
It's so good.
So it was real good.
And yeah, and then Magenta goes, you killed them. I thought you liked them. they liked you. And Riff Raff has a whole moment. He's like, they never liked me. And I'm like,
Big mad.
So much passion in that one.
Yeah.
literally.
But like,
He said, this is my time to shine.
Frankenfurter did take slight advantage of him, but maybe he was just playing into the character of what they had to do in order to complete the mission. The reason why they were in fucking on Earth. Which was
I'm like, are you going to answer?
Rocky, yeah. Was he the whole
Like, I think they were just visiting.
Then they're just like, hey, and then Frankfurter's here, and he's just like, okay, we're gonna make a hot guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole castle was their spaceship.
Yeah.
So they could have just popped in just cause.
Just
They were like,
for funsies.
let's go to Denton.
But
Well, they don't know where they're going. Just land there. It's probably so cool.
all throughout this movie too, we forgot to mention, there's a narrator who you can only assume
Criminologist.
yes, going over the whole case of what had happened that night.
He was vibed the entire time.
Because he was getting
Yeah, he was singing a little bit at times.
Yep.
At the time warp, especially.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. And then basically, I feel like that one kid that's like, oh, apparently I've never been on live television before. But Riff Raff tells Brad, Magenta, and Dr. Scott, like, go on,
No,
get.
Brad, Janet,
Oh, yeah.
and Dr. Scott.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. Like, we're beaming back up to transsexual Transylvania.
He's ready to do some time warping.
Yeah. They were over it. They're like,
Yeah.
dude.
They're like, you better get out of here or else you're coming with, I guess.
They only cared about the time warp.
Yep.
I get it.
I feel like if Frank did one time warp at some point, they would have probably vibed the
Yeah.
rest of that.
Because he wasn't there for the time warp either.
No.
Oh, he wasn't.
No.
Big entrance was right after.
Yeah.
Maybe he didn't care for the time warp.
No, he didn't. Because it was like, they come back. It all makes sense now. Because it was like an annual party that they were doing. And that's why everyone was there. Because remember the banner in the background in that little party room with in the beginning in Time Warp? It was an annual event. So that's, they're just like, we're going back to Earth to
Little
fuck around.
in another galaxy, though.
Yeah, think about that.
Ooh.
Different moons and suns and shit.
Plot twist.
All right, let's talk about what we like. What do we like about it?
The whole thing.
Honestly, the whole thing.
Yeah.
The songs are good. They're upbeat. They're fun.
Great cast.
All the characters are good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all fun.
They all play their roles very well too. Like, oh my god, Tim fucking Curry.
That's so
Oh, he
good.
killed it.
Incredible.
Legendary.
Wow.
That's a real one.
I love him so much.
Dude.
He's so old now.
Yeah.
When he dies.
Icon.
All right, let's.
We love him. That's what we loved about the movie is him.
Yeah. It was his show.
It really was.
What else? I like all the sets and all the characters look
Yeah.
really nice.
Mhm.
They were all like really elaborate sets.
Yes.
I love the lab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really good set.
That would go. That room just like looks fun to like have the zoomies in. I understand why Frankenfurter did.
Just riding around that bitch on like a scooter or something. A
Literally.
bike. But not to mention also their little weird ensuite room right off the lab. Also kind of that whole bed, like curtains, like
Canopy.
dark. Yeah.
With the red light filter.
Orange.
Yeah.
And it was also nice watching a good musical. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
Especially after the Joker 2. I'm not getting into that, but I'm just glad I don't.
Byron said I need to cleanse my palate.
literally, this was a really good experience. It was my first time watching
Yeah.
it. by the
Yeah.
way. I loved it.
I'm glad.
That was a good movie.
Megan and I have been watching this since we were like young. So, and I'm gonna make them go see the Shadow Cast at some point. So,
Not done. And that'll be fun.
yes.
Maybe a little video. We'll see. Probably not. Maybe. Probably not. All right, let's go into the review thing. I'm doing a new review thing where it's gonna be buy it or stream it / rent it. Watch it for free. No money involved at all. Whatever.
Like against my will.
Don't bother. Just don't even bother looking at it. So
I like this go.
yeah, you like it? It's 4 of them, so it's not too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would immediately just put this in buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it. Same.
Yeah, definitely get this element.
100%.
I have it on Blu-ray back in my day.
I got it on DVD. When I was like, I got it on VHS.
I have Titanic on VHS.
I love that.
The 2 tapes.
What's that worth?
Those
Alright.
2.
It's like a 3.5-hour movie. Yeah, there's 2 tapes.
Dude, why do I? Also, this great length movie.
So good.
It's an hour and 38 minutes.
It's not bad.
No.
Really good.
Yep.
Palatable.
It keeps you engaged
fun.
the whole fucking time.
You're going to be bopping your head.
Yep. You might have to get up and do the time warp.
Yeah.
Again.
She's only here for the time warp.
She said, I identify with Magenta Loki.
What? What?
No?
All right, Megan.
Not the creaking.
Hey, at least we're gonna end on the time warp. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Hold up.